Okay, Stefan, we are live streaming. Thank you, Renette, for being here this morning, and Cozy for showing up. It's interesting that for you guys so early. For those who are asking why so early, Quibus, we said, well, the early is we're testing it. We're looking at what time most people are really open to learning and growing. And so that's the reason why we're doing this morning. I want to thank Stefan for being here this morning and being our presenter. Stefan, I've met a few years ago, and interestingly, we are from the same hometown called Mokopane in South Africa, and we our paths crossed over the years, where Stefan went from a magician to a sound engineer and to becoming an expert on creating online courses and online selling. And so you are here this morning. Ask any questions. We're also live streaming on social media. For those who are watching, thank you and welcome. Please ask your questions in the chat box. And Stefan, I'm not going to keep on going. I'm looking forward to your presentation. You're welcome to kick off.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. And thanks for everyone that's joining us this morning so early. I hope you have a nice cup of coffee to keep you warm. It's fairly cold here where I am today. I'm gonna go fairly quickly. There's quite a lot of stuff that I want to share with you guys, but I want to invite you to please take notes. Get your pen and your paper, take notes, take screenshots if you are on your computer, or if you can with your phone. Take screenshots of the slides, and if there's something that resonates with you, write down your questions. At the end, I will spend some time answering any questions that you guys might have. So I want to talk to you a little bit about creating income by becoming an online educator. So we're going to talk about how to effectively start creating your first online course without wasting years to figure it out, because it took me years to figure out how to do my first one. And I want to see if I can fast track that process for you just a little bit. And as I mentioned, if you stay to the end, I will answer any questions that you guys might have. I want to also invite you to switch off your cell phone, your email programs, all your distractions that you might have. I want you to pay attention and not miss anything that I go through. So who am I? My name is Stephan. I'm an online course creator. I'm a digital marketing coach, a funnel builder, and a marketing strategist. I'm also the founder and the owner of How About This and the How About This Academy. We're a digital marketing agency, do lead generation, and we're funnel strategists. And then we design and create online courses, and I also create and run Facebook, Google, and YouTube ad campaigns for my clients. So my story, I started my own business in 2004, and before this, for the 4 years before this, I worked as a freelancer in the entertainment industry, technical events. I was a sound engineer. I still am doing shows, but due to lockdown, we don't have any events. But in 2004, I started my own business, and in late 2018, I decided to sell my shares out of that company. At that stage, I was one of 4 directors in the company, and I decided that I don't want to make this my full-time job. I want to transition more into the online thing. I want to do something where I can travel the world, live where I want, and just have my own time. And the online business gave that to me, so I became a digital marketer and a consultant, gave me the opportunity to move out of Gauteng to a little town called Dana Bay, which is just outside of Mossel Bay. I live 180 meters from the ocean. Every single day I watched the dolphins. We had some beautiful whales here late last week. I live in a little piece of heaven. And the fact that I can work online is giving me this opportunity. I realized that people are hungry for knowledge. My clients that I got hungry for knowledge. They wanted to know, how do I do what I do? How do I build funnels? How do I run marketing campaigns? How do I run Facebook ads and Google ads? And at that point, I realized I can actually start creating courses. I started creating courses for my clients as a do-it-yourself solution for the ones that wanted to learn how to do it themselves or wanted someone in their business to learn how to do it. And it took me 3 years. It's actually more than 3 years now that it took me to figure out all the tech and the integrations and the creation aspects and the support and the follow-up process that you need, the marketing side of your courses, and a lot more. It took me a long time to figure out how to do all of this. And I want to see if I can, as I said, fast track this for you a little bit. So I currently have 8 online courses already available that's up and running. Getting started with, I've got an 8-week coaching program, a course on what sales funnels are, how to create your value ladder, 10 steps for hosting your course on Facebook, a beginner's guide to landing pages and funnels if you don't know what that is, and then getting started with Facebook lead ads, and if you want to generate leads on Facebook, and then how to do email marketing for your business. And all these courses currently do have active students going through them. I'm getting great reviews, 5-star ratings from them, and great feedback from the students. So it took me a while to get to this point where I can actually have successful courses, but I want to show you guys this just to give you an idea that it is possible to do this. Something that was so amazing to me. I got this email from PayPal, and I realized that I can start making money while I sleep. Have a look at the time when I received this email. It was 13 minutes past midnight. It was literally a few seconds after the transaction. I woke up the next morning with a sale. Okay, well, this was a $19 sale. It's not one of the big ones. This was a small course, but still, I made a sale. I made money while I was sleeping. Here's another one. It was also for the $19 course. It was 3 o'clock the morning. It is the most amazing feeling. You wake up and you see, oh, there's money in your account. That's cool. Another one. This was for the $497 program that I had a while ago. This was not midnight. This was 23 minutes past 8. Probably weren't sleeping, but I can guarantee I was not behind my computer working. I was probably having dinner or spending time with my family. So while you're going on with your life, you can sell a course for $497. I know of people that selling courses for up to $2,000 easily. So imagine how good it would feel once you see your online course come to life. And imagine how good it would feel when you make that first sale while you are sleeping. That would be great, right? Give me a yes in the comments if you guys think that would be great. I want to invite you guys to interact with the chat section. I've got it open in front of me, and I can actually see when you guys give me a comment. So give me a yes if you think this is something that can work for you, making sales while you sleep and living where you want to. Yes, of course, definitely. So today, we're quickly going to talk about how to deal with and prepare for fear, overwhelm, and imposter syndrome. These are 3 things that you struggle with almost on a daily basis when you create courses, when you create any form of content. You get to a point where you feel you're not good enough, or you feel overwhelmed with what you need to do. I'm quickly going to talk about how to find your topic and your audience, and we're going to do a little bit of an exercise to help you guys get started with this process, and then how to validate, create, and market your online course. So can I become an online educator? The simple answer is yes, anyone can. So think about the following. What experience do you have? What have you learned in your life that you can share with others? What do you love to do? Whether it is a hobby or anything, what do you love to do? What life skills do you have that you are good at? And what can you passionately talk about for 30 minutes? Just think about these 4 questions for a moment. Write them down if you want to. You can take anything that you come up and teach others. If you know more about something than the next person, you can teach him or her. It is that simple. You just have to find that one specific thing that you are passionate about, that you love, that you can use to change someone's life, and you can teach them. So what do you need to succeed? You need to go through the process like everyone else. it is unfortunately one of those things. We all have to go through a process. If you think of Tony Robbins, for example, he did not wake up one morning and suddenly he was this icon who changed people's lives. No, he started as someone that knows nothing, and he learned. And step by step, as he learned, he started teaching others. And he worked his way through years and years of experience to become the success that it is. You have to go through that same process. Learn from people who've already been there. Find someone in your industry that you can follow, or someone that you can collaborate with. Learn from other people who already has experience or who already gets results. Make sure that other people like you are experiencing success. So you were struggling with a problem, let's say 10 years. Think about 10 years ago. What problem did you struggle with that you found a solution for that you can now teach others? There's other people exactly like you that's experiencing the same problem that you can now teach. And I want you to shift your beliefs, especially for this morning. Just shift your belief for a moment. Go from a close-ended statement like, I can't do this, to an open-ended statement. I can do this. Or ask the question, how can I do this? Because as soon as you change that mindset, a whole new world starts opening up for you. And then you have to be hungry. Don't just dabble in, I want to create a course and attempt this or attempt. Go all in. Create one. Get it out there. Give it your all. Because if you don't do that, you might not have the success that you're chasing. So I want to invite you to be hungry for sharing your knowledge. So why is it a good idea and a good time to become an online educator? So when someone asks you nowadays, how do you become or do X, Y, Z? What's the standard reply that you normally get? People will tell you, go and Google it. Most times you will find a video or an article or something that you're looking for that can help you. But the main response is go online, Google it, or go to YouTube. Find the video on YouTube. So we will talk a little bit about YouTube, because that's also one of the big questions that I do get. Reason number 2 why it's a good idea to become an online educator is, with the current situation worldwide of people staying home whenever possible, online education is the best option. People want to be in the comfort of their own homes. They want to feel safe and not be in big crowds of people. It's such a great tool to use your online presence to educate others. And reason number 3, currently, according to Forbes, the self-education industry is a $20 billion per day industry, and it is growing. So why would you not want to be part of an industry like this that's actually on a growing trend? So talking about online courses versus universities, university textbooks and curriculums can get outdated fairly quickly, whereas online courses stay current. If something new happens in the industry, you can immediately update all your courses, whereas textbook can take up to years. Learning from home with online courses versus driving to a campus, being stuck in traffic, all of those things. Universities long-term learning versus short-term results that you can deliver to people with an online course. Universities are extremely expensive. You can make your online courses much more affordable and still get the same results, if not better. When learning online, you're not learning from a professor that's teaching you from a prescribed book. You're learning from someone that's working in the industry every single day, that has the experience and that delivers on that promised result. And then the other question I get is, but if all the information is available on YouTube, why should I create an online course? Because an online course gives your students a structured learning environment and not just a bunch of random videos that they have to go and search for. You can also give additional resources such as worksheets and templates with your online course, which you can't do with YouTube. There's a hands-on learning and accountability experience you can bring in if there is a coaching element in your online course. You can't offer that with a bunch of random YouTube videos. And then you can also offer personalized support. Now, I'm not saying don't have a YouTube channel. You must have one. You should have one. But be selective what you share. You can maybe take one or two of your lessons and go and post it on YouTube and drive people to your course. And this comes in with a marketing strategy, which we will touch on a little bit later. So most common question I get, how can I teach someone else? I'm not a professor or a teacher. This next sentence, I want you guys to write it down. You do not have to be qualified to make a significant and positive impact on someone else or to educate them. You just have to know more than that person, and you just have to be a few steps ahead. I'm going to say this again. You do not have to be qualified. You don't have to be a professor to change someone's life. You just have to know more than them and help them get the result or solve the problem that they have. That's it. So I want you to spend your time well. All of us, when we think of creating a second income, we're trying to figure out how we can save money or what we can do for work to get income or something like that. I want you to rather spend your time creating money and creating income. When you create an online course, you're creating assets. You're creating a product that you can sell. You're selling your knowledge. So I want you to change your mindset. Move away from trying to think, what products can I sell or what can I do? How can I work to make money? Rather create something you can sell. Don't let perfection stop you from getting started. This is sometimes an excuse for a lot of people. Perfection is just an advanced form of procrastination. If you feel something must be perfect, you actually just procrastinating. It should not be perfect. You just have to get started. And the ties into this is what you teach and sell today does not define your future. Because people say, I want this to be perfect and I want to sell this for a long time. It doesn't have to be the case. The first course that I created a little bit more than 3 years ago, I don't even have that course anymore because it's not relevant to me. You don't have to get the perfect thing to sell now. You just have to get started with it. So let's look at dealing with fear, overwhelm, and imposter syndrome when creating your course and your program. I don't know where to start. It's a big fear for a lot of people, but it's also an excuse for a lot of people. And I want you to just start. You will learn as you go. Take the first action and focus on the small and easy steps. Figure out what your topic is. Write down a few ideas on a piece of paper. Just get started. There is a set process to building a course. You just have to follow the steps. You don't have to know what the big picture is. You don't have to know where you will end up. You just have to see the next step in front of you and take it and pay attention to that. And it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. It's going to take you a while to get your first course up and running, and that's fine. Think of it like this. You can't turn a raw log into a coffee table in 1 hour. It takes days, a lot of hard work, trial and error, maybe an injury or two to get that done. But if you don't take that piece of wood, start chiseling away, you won't get to the coffee table. You just have to pick it up and get started. But what if I'm boring? I felt like this. This is one that comes from, this was one of my own fears. You can't make everyone love you. You have to accept that. People will buy from you because of your unique personality. And I'm a good example of this because I feel that my content, my videos, my training is so boring. I can't listen to myself. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. But some people might think that you're too boring or you might be too energetic. But the people that do support you will think the opposite. They will love you for your unique style of teaching. And that's exactly what happened to me. I felt that I was so boring and I hated my content. And I received an email from one of my students the one day saying, I just want to thank you for the way in which you present your online courses, because calming effect on me and you make it easy for me to follow the steps. And I realized that I can't use what if I'm boring as an excuse anymore. And the fact that it is a fear is now completely irrelevant, because people like the way that I present, the people that follow me, that prefer to work with me. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop feeling that you're not good enough. What if my course doesn't sell? That's also just an excuse, because if you don't create a course, you're 100% guaranteed that it's not going to sell. Just create one, see what happens. You might be surprised. Create one, and then at least you have something to test. Then do your research into your topic and test the market before you create it, because that will give you a way to validate it. And once you know that, according to your research, that your topic will sell or there is an interest, start selling your first course, get feedback from students, and improve it. Bring out a new version or something like that, maybe a new course. And also educate yourself on the various channels that you can use to market and sell your course. If you know what channels you have available to market and sell your course, you'll be a lot more confident to go and sell it. So if you solve a major pain point for your audience, it will sell. That's it. That's why people buy courses. They want some sort of a solution. They have some sort of a pain point, some sort of an issue that they're dealing with. Solve it for them and you will sell. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect what you're teaching them. You just have to get it out there. I love this picture. I want to make art, but I don't know how to get started. It's easy. Pick up your pencil, pick up your piece of paper, and just start drawing lines. It's the same with an online course. Pick up your pen, pick up your notepad, start writing down ideas, things that you love, things that's changed your life. Just start writing down stuff, and a bit of a picture will emerge on what you can teach others. The point is that your first course is just that. It is your first one. You are allowed to make mistakes. It's fine. Just start and refine it as you go. As you engage and get feedback from your students, your course will grow, evolve, and improve. If you don't make mistakes, you'll never learn from them. You'll never improve, and you'll never change people's lives. So jump in, go all in, and start that first one. Pick up your pen, pick up your paper, write down ideas. I will start writing. That's awesome. You guys are more than welcome to engage with me in the chat section. I do see the comments that you guys give me here. Dealing with imposter syndrome. So what is imposter syndrome? It's basically self-doubt, that feeling of I'm not good enough. More than 70% of the world suffers from imposter syndrome. And I myself suffer from it. I have to almost on a weekly basis talk to myself about this, go through exercises. So how do you conquer this fear of I'm not good enough? Learn to identify that self-doubt. When that little voice in your head starts talking to you, is it self-doubt or not? If it is, get rid of it. Find a way to get rid of that little voice that's keeping you, that's holding you back. Always keep improving yourself and your skills, because if you keep improving yourself, imposter syndrome will go away. You won't have that fear of I'm not good enough. You will be good enough because you're getting better every single day as you improve. Be honest with yourself. Recognize your level of experience and expertise. Don't go and teach others or try and teach others something that you don't know or that you're not good at. Be honest with what you know. Visualize your success. If you love meditating, do that. Meditate each day and visualize that success that you're going to have, how you're going to change people's lives. Give yourself that goal to work towards. And I want you to know that it is okay to fail and to make mistakes. It's fine. I still make mistakes every single day. It's part of it. That's how you learn and how you grow. You have to fail. You have to make mistakes. You have to get up and continue. Remember your wins and focus on that. So if you have changed people's lives in the past with your topic, or if you've given someone advice and it made a significant impact on them, remember those wins and focus on that, because that's what you're chasing, to change people's lives. Never compare yourself to others. I'm going to hammer on this one today, because as soon as you start comparing yourself to others, imposter syndrome will creep in very quickly. Get rid of any form of comparison. And I'll show you guys a good example of this now. So what you create doesn't have to be perfect. You just, what you create doesn't have to be perfect for you to have success. So people are not going to say, the quality of this is horrible. No, they're going to say things like, wow, this content is amazing. I learned something today. This is something I can implement. Don't get stuck on, I don't have the right technology, or I don't have the best cameras. You don't need it. All right. Corsi, imposter syndrome is the first demon I need to slay. And Corsi, this is something that continues on a daily basis. If you learn how to deal with this, it's life-changing. And focus on what you do know, and be okay with the fact that you will never know everything. You won't. All of us keep on learning. Even the most intelligent people in the world still learn something every single day. But focus on the things that you do know and that you can give someone else or share with someone else. The little that you know is way more than what someone else might know. That's why you can teach them. There's always someone that's a few steps behind you that's willing to learn from you. And again, never compare yourself to others that's got great success already. They might be years ahead of you. We also deal with a lot of confidence killers, things like that I feel overwhelmed. I get days where I just don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to work, and it happens. But how do you deal with this? Figure out what your why is. Why are you creating this course? Why are you doing what you're doing? Set specific goals. You might not always be in the mood to create, so you have to have goals. Why do you want to get out of bed today and create something? Is it for the money? Is it to change lives, to have a positive impact? Do you want to change an industry? What are the goals that you have that will drive you? Often refer back to this why or your goals to motivate yourself. If you start feeling overwhelmed or afraid, or you have to deal with imposter syndrome or fears, refer to these goals and the why that you set out for yourself. Just follow the steps of creating a course, one step at a time. You don't have to know what the end result will be. You just have to take that little next step. Take that big, overwhelming fear of, I have to create a big thing. Break it down into small little chunks, and suddenly the overwhelm will disappear, because now it becomes manageable. And you can only discover your unique style once you get started and put content into the world. You just have to start. So your year 1 might be someone else's year 20. And that's why I say never compare yourself to others, because you look at other people that's got this great success and you feel overwhelmed because you'll never get there. Don't think like that, because they also, 20 years ago, they had a year 1. So here's a good example. Amazon in 1994, working in a small little office with a spray painted logo on what looks like a cardboard. Today, they are one of the biggest companies, if not the biggest, in the world. But if you compare them to where they are today and where you are today, you're going to feel overwhelmed. But if you compare yourself, your day 1 to their day 1, suddenly that overwhelm and that fear disappears, because they also started from nothing. Does this make sense to you guys? Give me a yes in the comments if this makes sense, and if this is helping you in some way? Give me a yes or a fire or something. I'm taking a sip of my coffee. Right, so your topic and your audience. I want to give you guys a bit of an exercise to help you find your topic, to put that pen to paper, something actionable that you can do. Yes, a lot of sense, bro. Thanks. Yes, thanks. Okay, so finding your dot. This is a concept from Dean Graziosi that I learned from Dean. So there's billions of people on Earth. I think there's something like 8 billion people or something on Earth. I don't know what the number is. When you think of creating a course that you have to sell to 8 billion people, it gets overwhelming and fear creeps in. So I want to get rid of this. Imagine the outside of the circle is where all the 8 billion people are. You're not teaching all of them. Let's say your topic is weight loss. Suddenly your circle becomes a little bit smaller because not everybody in the world wants to learn how to lose weight. A lot of people are thinking it, a lot of people need it, but not a lot of people are prepared to pay for it. So your circle becomes smaller. Take that topic of yours now and see if you can drill down even deeper and get more layers out of this. You want to teach weight loss through eating healthy food. So your circle becomes a little bit smaller because some people want to exercise. Some people want to do weightlifting. Some people want to do nothing and expect a result. But some people want to eat healthy foods and lose weight. Let's say, for instance, you're a woman and you had this problem and you did lose weight through eating healthy food. You only want to teach other women. Your circle becomes smaller. You worked in the corporate industry while you went through this process. So you also want to teach people that works in the corporate world. Your circle becomes even smaller. And then you realize, but I was so busy, I couldn't exercise because I was working in corporate and I was also a mom. And there's your dot. So in this scenario, I help busy moms that work a corporate job to lose weight without spending time on exercise by eating healthy. You can have more rings than this. You can have less. The more you have, the better. The deeper you can go into this, the better. So here's a bit of an exercise. Write this down, and you guys are welcome to share this in the chat if you want to. But here's a few steps for you. Write down, I help who? Be specific, a person, an industry, a gender, a job title, an age group. Who specifically do you want to help with your problem? That struggles with? What is the problem that they have, that they're facing? It's the same problem you had 10 years ago or something that you found the solution for. What's that thing they're struggling with? 2, get some result or some outcome that you will promise them. What's that thing that they will achieve? Without, what's that one thing that's holding them back that you're going to eliminate for them? What's that block that's in their way that you're going to roll away for them or blow up for them? By, what is the method that they have to follow or the solution that you teach within only a time frame if it is necessary. So this is just to get you guys started. You don't have to have all of these. You can have more. They don't have to be in this order. They can be in a different order. Doesn't matter. You're more than welcome to share yours with mine in the chat if you want to. But here's some examples. This is one that I actually use in some of my marketing material. I help people that feel stuck at home with no income, very specific who I help, to create their business online, their own business online, by teaching them how to sell their knowledge, experience, and life skills in the form of an online course in only a few short weeks. Here's another example. I help high school kids that has no musical knowledge to impress their friends and family by teaching them how to play the acoustic guitar in only a few days without having to know or understand music theory. Be as specific as you can with these things. So let's say you use this message of yours in marketing and advertising, for example. So one ad is guitar lessons, learn to play the acoustic guitar. How many times have you seen an ad like this? Whether it be a poster, a post on social media, an email, whatever. Guitar lessons, learn to play the acoustic guitar. Or you see one that says, I help high school kids that has no musical knowledge to impress their friends and family by teaching them how to play the acoustic guitar in only a few days without having to know or understand music theory. So if you have children, on which one of these two will you spend more money on? One or two? Definitely two, because you know what you're going to get. You know exactly who it is for if you spend money on this. You know what the result will be, what the obstacles are for this. There's just so much more detail. So by figuring out or going through this exercise rather, you figure out not only your topic and your audience, but you now also start diving into your marketing material and your message that you're going to use. Is this helping you guys? Are you guys getting value from this exercise? And again, if you want to, you're more than welcome to share yours in the chat and I'll have a look at it if you want to. Let's look at validating, creating, and then marketing your course. Before you even begin creating a course, you have to validate your idea. Because if you don't have something that can sell, what's the point of wasting time creating it, spending time and energy? So how do you validate your topic idea? You can run surveys. You can ask your audience and your community, and you can run a survey in the community if you have. You can send out emails. So you can ask questions like, I'm planning to create some training on X, Y, Z. What would you guys like to know more of? Or you can ask things like, if you had 15 minutes to spend with me at a coffee break, what is the one thing you would ask me about XYZ topic? So you can ask those kinds of questions. Take that feedback and teach people. Just answer those questions. That's how easy it is. You can use tools like Google Trends and Answer the Public. In the chat, I'm going to paste a link for Answer the Public. This is a fantastic tool. So let's talk about Google Trends first. Google Trends is a platform where you can enter your keyword, your topic, and it will show you what the trend is for people searching for that over time. You can go and select the time. Now, if your topic is a growing trend, you know that it will sell. It's popular. It's a good idea to go and create that course. Answer the Public, the link that I shared with you guys here, is also a fantastic tool. You take your one or two keywords for your topic, add it in there, and get immediate results of what people are currently searching for. So let's say it is weight loss. You'll get questions like, how can I lose weight? What can I do to lose weight? You'll get those kinds of questions. How questions? Can I? What if? All you need to do is on Answer the Public is take the top 10 questions in your topic and answer them. There you've got your course. You've got your first 10 lessons done. That's how easy it is. So this is a fantastic tool to use that I use almost every single day just to get some information from what people are actually searching for on Google. Search for your topic in Facebook communities and in forum discussions. There's a lot of discussions happening online in private Facebook groups. Go and search for that. See what questions people ask in posts. See what the comments are and answer the questions that pops up the most frequently in those communities. And learn all you can about what people are saying, asking, and requesting regarding your topic. So when it comes to creating your course and your content, you do not need fancy equipment to start. You don't need fancy cameras and fancy lighting. Use your smartphone camera to record your first course. I still, even though I don't have a fancy camera, but I've got a fairly decent one. But for a lot of my lessons, I still use my phone or I use my laptop camera because it's not about the tech. It's about the content. You can use either a free or cheap way to host your online course. You can use a Facebook group, or you can get free or very affordable learner management systems to start with, where you can host your course. Then create your course, sell it, get feedback, improve it, and produce again. Either change the course that you have or produce a new one from the feedback that you get. And I don't want you to overthink the content. It doesn't have to be perfect. It must just be valuable. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not about how you look on camera, or, I mean, obviously, if you have a nice background, that's a bonus, but you don't have to have a fancy studio. The information you share has to be valuable, and you need to change people's lives with that. Do not compare yourself or your quality with others. Use short tips to create your lessons and keep it short. If you go and answer the public and you go and take the first 10 questions, don't create one 1 hour long video with all 10 those tips or answers in them. Rather create 10 short videos of 2 minutes or 5 minutes each. That becomes your lessons. The shorter your lessons are, the better. Usually between 2 minutes and 10 minutes, pushing it maybe 15 minutes. I have lessons that's less than 1 minute because that's all I need to get the message across for that topic or for that specific problem. So keep your lessons short. So when it comes to marketing your course, how do you do this? You can use your website if you have one. Create your banners, your images, your buttons, give call to actions. You can create email marketing campaigns. If you don't have email marketing software, I would recommend you get that as quickly as possible and start building an email list that you can communicate to. Create your YouTube videos with links. So let's say you created 10 videos now for your online course. Take one of them that's giving a lot of value. Rework it a little bit so that you can actually put that video on YouTube. And in the video, tell people that below the video, there's a link to the full course. If they want to learn more, they can go and buy it. The same goes with the blog articles. Write a blog article with all the links. And this is actually quite easy. You can take that same video that you posted on YouTube, upload it to a platform like rev.com, extract all the copy and the text, and you've got a blog article. It's as easy as that. You can use your personal Facebook group to post. You can post on your Facebook community if you have a Facebook community. You can use, if you have enough material, you can create your own podcast. If you don't have enough material, become a guest on someone else's podcast. And then you can host webinars like this one. You can host workshops and training seminars. You can also run paid ad campaigns. Now, if you don't know how to, I won't recommend this because it's very easy for you to waste money. Rather first learn how to effectively pay for ads in Facebook or Google. Right, so we spoke a little bit about why it's a good idea to become an online educator, how to deal with fear and imposter syndrome and overwhelm. And we've spoken about how to find your topic and your audience. And we've also spoken about how to validate your idea and how to create and market your course. So I want you to break old habits. I hope that after this, you can change the way that you view your online course and online education. So stop thinking that I can't do this. Rather ask yourself, how can I do this? Or tell yourself, I can do this. Yes, you can do this if you just follow the process. Start breaking old habits today. So let me quickly ask you a question or two. How amazing would it be if you can create and build your very own online course? And can you imagine receiving an email from someone thanking you for changing their life? And how awesome would it be when you wake up to that first payment notification email, like I showed you in the beginning? It really is amazing. I have something for you that can help you get started very easily. How would you like to learn how to do this in a little bit more detail? Would you guys like me to share that with you? Give me a yes in the comment if you want me to share this with you. If not, we can go straight to Q&A. Just give me a quick yes if you guys want to learn how to go a little bit deeper into this. I see one thumbs up happening. Is there anyone else that wants? There's a yes. I have a yes. Cool. Let me take a sip of my coffee. So I'm hosting a course creation camp. This is going to be a 5-day live virtual workshop where we're going to do training similar to today with that one exercise. We're going to do a lot of exercises, and I help you guys with examples to figure out your things. This is from 20 to 24 September. A quick rundown for the days. Day one, we're going to do a course creation mindset. We're going to do a first workshop focusing on what is your why, getting you to set those specific goals. Then we're going to workshop dealing with your fear and your overwhelm and imposter syndrome. And then we're going to do an exercise, taking action to make personal change. Because if you don't take action, nothing is going to change. Then for the VIPs, for the guys that buy the VIP package, we're going to have a workshop on creating your avatar, your ideal client persona, and we're going to have a private Q&A session. Day number 2, we're going to workshop finding your dot. We're going to go into that a little bit more detail with more examples. We're going to workshop picking your course topic. And then for the VIPs, we're going to work on creating your value ladder and a Q&A session. On day number 3, we're going to validate your idea, how to come up with your questions for your surveys, how to run those surveys, and I'll give you some great tips and tools to use for validating your ideas. Then we're going to look at creating your course content, what you need to know, and where to host your content. I'll show you some platforms and systems and what some of those integrations look like. For the VIPs, we're going to workshop your headline and your unique selling proposition and a Q&A session. Day number 4, we're going to do some marketing mindset. Then we're going to workshop your message and your marketing content. I'm going to share with you a bunch of marketing strategies that you can use for your course and some launch strategies. Then the VIPs will work on determining your hooks, that one-liner thing that grabs attention online, and a Q&A session. On day number 5, we're going to have a look behind the scenes. So I'm going to draw back the curtain on one of my own courses, show you what it actually looks like on the back end. How do you upload videos? How do you load a lesson? How do you structure the lessons? What integrations you need to do with email software, how to accept payments, build the landing pages. We're going to look at what that actually looks like on the back end of a learner management system. And then we're going to do a session on course creation mindset, and then the final Q&A session. So what do you get in those days? You get the 9 coaching and training sessions that's valued at $2,700. You get 6 workshop sessions valued at $2,100. And then all the worksheets and templates that you're going to get is valued at $1,200. That's a total value of $6,000. And this is for the normal members. If you want to be one of the VIP members, you get a bonus. You get the 5 additional live Q&A sessions where you can actually turn on your microphone and your camera and you ask me a question and we work through your problem that you have for that day. That's valued at $1,500. Bonus number 2, some hot seat and coaching sessions where again you turn on your mic and we discuss the issues or the blocks or the problems that you have regarding the topics of that specific day. That's valued at $1,500. And then you get 4 additional workshops and strategies valued at $1,400. So that's a total value of $10,400 for the VIP members. So I want to quickly ask you, what is your time worth? If you can create an online course and have more time freedom, if you can spend more time with your family, that's priceless, right? What is your time worth when you're stuck every month in a job that you don't enjoy? To you personally, that $50, $500, $5,000, even more. And how much would you pay for the knowledge to change and influence one new person per month and have a positive impact on their life, or even per week, per day, or even maybe potentially per hour? Keeping in mind that what your time is worth to you, and that you can change lives daily. You can see why people would pay more than $1,000 a month for us to help them set this up and get this implemented. That's what people actually pay us. So for the total package of this workshop, for the VIP members, valued at $10,400, because you guys are, you joined me today and you're part of Quibus's community, I want to offer this today for you at only $249. And I want you to use the code Superman if you feel like joining us. If you want to join us, go to howaboutthis.co.za/CCC 2021. I'm going to give the link in the chat for you guys. Let me just drop it in there. Right, there's the link for you guys. If you feel that this is something that you want to have a look at, go to that page and use your code Superman to make sure that you get this great price. Instead of the $10,400, you pay $249. If you land on the page, there's a little box, the reference code. That's where you add in your code Superman, and then click on the Join CC Camp. So the format, it is a 5-day live virtual event, and it is from 20 to 24 September. We're not going to be busy full days. Maybe the sessions may be 2 to 3 hours. Some might be shorter, 1 or 2 may be longer, depending on how much interaction and engagement we have from people. So the 2 choices that you have, you came onto this webinar because you wanted to make a change and to learn something new. So choice number 1, you can go back to your normal, go and watch your Netflix, go and return to your same old job, go back to your life as it was yesterday. Or choice number 2, you can invest in yourself and start working on your new online business, your side hustle, or your second income today. I want to share with you guys that I really am not that special. I just want to get this out of the way. I don't have the best available courses online. I am not the world's best content creator. I know this, I admit this, but I do understand course creation and the technical issues around it, because I dealt with this. I've worked through this. I struggled through this, and I found those solutions. I do have courses that are currently up and running and changing lives. And it took me 3 years to figure out how to do all of this. And it is my mission to help you guys get through this in 5 days, learn all of this, get my knowledge, pick my brain, ask questions, have discussions with me live for 5 days straight. So the fear of staying the same should outweigh the fear of change. Do you want to change, or do you want to stay the same? If you think about that, which one is a bigger fear for you? Do you want to make a change or stay where you are? Without action, nothing changes. If you don't action, nothing's going to change. So are you ready to take action and to change your life? It's not complicated. Let me show you how easy it is to get started. If you join me, we work through every single issue that you might potentially have. So again, if you go to that page, remember to add in your code Superman, so that we know that you're part of Quibus's community and to ensure that you get that special price. So again, it is 20 to 24 September. And I would love to see you guys there. Go to howaboutthis.co.za/CCC 2021. Remember your code Superman. And I want to invite you. You can ask questions. Please give me your questions in the chat. If you have any questions, post them. But while you guys are typing, I want to also invite you to send me an email. If there's anything that you want to know, or something that you're struggling with, or if you're dealing with a fear, or if you are unsure of something, send me an email to admin@howaboutthis.co.za. You guys are more than welcome. So do you guys have any questions for me regarding what we went through today? Anything on course creation, your topic, dealing with fear, something that you're struggling with? Any questions at all? Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to give it a moment or two. I can't see the Facebook live stream, Quibus. Is there any questions from anyone there? On the live stream itself? Corsi, no, not at this stage. Not a problem at all. If you have questions, you are more than welcome to just send me an email. Anyone else have any questions? Doesn't look like it. I can't see. Doesn't seem like there's any questions on Facebook. I can't find it. Nothing there. Well, that's me then, guys. I'm going to leave this slide up for a few minutes. If you guys feel like joining, go to howaboutthis.co.za/CCC 2021 to get access to the 5 days. And this is the VIP price, by the way. The $249. This is for the VIP package. If you don't want to, or if you don't have the funds to pay for the VIP package, there also is a smaller one at $97. You guys get access to all the content, the video replays. The VIP members get lifetime access. The normal members get access inside of the Facebook group where we're going to host this. And the group will remain open for about a week or two after the camp has ended. So if you can't attend the live sessions, that's fine. You will get access to all the replays. Any questions from anyone? Thank you. ZR for VIP and smaller, please. Smaller, Renee, just tell me what you mean by smaller. While I'm quickly doing a conversion, I'm not sure what the current conversion is. Give me a moment. I will give you an exact price on a VIP, and for the smaller package, I assume you mean Renee. So the $249 the $249 package in South African Rand is currently in the region of 3,671 Rand for the 5 days. And then the $97 is about 1,430, more or less. And then also, Renette, if you want to go for the VIP package, I do also have a payment option available on the page where you can pay over 2 months. There's a 2 monthly payment option available for the VIP plan, if that is something that you would want to look at. Any other questions you guys might have? Let me see the chat section here. No other questions. Great, thank you very much. I'll get back to you. Not a problem. Renette, listen, you are more than welcome to send me an email if you want to. Let me type in my email address. There's my email address for you. If you feel like you have any other questions, anything that you would like to ask me, any objections you might have or something like that, please reach out to me. You can also connect to me on Facebook, send me a private message, or you can email Quibus if that is something that you would like to. Anything else that you guys? Perfect. Thank you so much. Only a pleasure, and I want to thank you guys for joining me this early. It's a lot of fun. And it's interesting to see how many people actually show up with the early morning session. So thank you very much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I am going to leave this page open. So if you want to take a screenshot quickly, the link is in the chat. I can give that link to you guys again if you want to. Just post that link in the chat. There we go. There's the link again. So if there is any other questions, I'm going to leave it open for a minute or two before we end the session. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I think there might be a replay later available of this. I'm not sure, but if you guys want to have a replay of this, just send Cobus an email, and I'm sure that he will sort you guys out. Oh, and if you guys go to this page, this link that I just shared with you, there's more information on that page on what you're actually going to learn over those 5 days, what it consists of, and a lot more info that you can go through. So again, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to leave this open for a few minutes, take a screenshot, and if you have questions, I will monitor the chat section for a few minutes. Okay, one last opportunity. Anyone that wants to know something, give me your questions in the chat. Nothing, no questions. All right, guys, I'm going to end the session. Thank you very much for joining me. And as I mentioned, if you guys have any questions, please send me an email or send Cobus an email, and I'd be happy to respond to you guys as quickly as possible. And I hope to see you guys in the workshop. If you maybe joined this training late, we are going to do this again next week. I think next week, Tuesday, but keep an eye out. Cobus will send out the information. We're going to do it again. So if you want to attend, or if you do have more questions, join us for that session, and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see all of you in the content camp. Cheers.